I am here tonight to talk about creating healthy relationships. And when I talk about healthy relationships, I do want to stress that I am indeed talking about all relationships. That I'm talking about any gender or sexual identity, any race, religion, background, any relationship. We're supportive of each other, we're respectful of each other, we're communicative, we're thoughtful, and we are honest with each other. There's a difference between communication and good communication. Now, when we're thinking about good communication, the key to it is a consistent practice where you are maintaining respect and maintaining boundaries. It is really important to learn about how to communicate with people. If you're just talking at someone and they're not understanding what you're saying, that doesn't count. You got to figure out where you're coming from and where they're coming from and make sure that where that overlap is making sense to both of you. With this good communication, this can open up those communication channels, and then it can also generate the change in behavior. Because otherwise, we get some conflict. Now, there's healthy conflict. Healthy conflict is things that happen occasionally, things that come up accidentally. It's not very serious. People show remorse and take responsibility for it, and that there's an effort to solve the problem. There's only an easy solution about 30% of the time. The other 70% is coming to some sort of agreement or some sort of compromise so that it doesn't continuously come up. Conflict is not always productive, right? So if it's happening repeatedly, if it's done on purpose, if there's some sort of serious threat of physical harm or emotional or psychological hurt, if anyone is seeking power or control. I know a lot of times when we think about dating violence, we think about physical violence. But when we think about power and we think about that power imbalance, it can be anything from minimizing or blaming to humiliation, sexual abuse, physical abuse, threats, domination, intimidation, and possessiveness. If you are a person who is in this relationship and you feel like you need to get help, most importantly, realize that you do not have to do this on your own. This is not on you. This is not on you to do all by yourself. There are folks here who are willing to help you, and that's really super important. I want you to know it is not your fault. This is not something that you did. This is not something that you brought on yourself. This is something that the offender is working through their own stuff, and they're not doing a great job of it, right? They're taking it out on you. That's not your fault.